Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. Today I was just getting ready in my living room and I thought, let me film an updated favourites video. I haven't done one of these in a while. I do feel like I kind of discussed my favourites in some of my videos, but I thought I'd group everything together. I would love it if you can like and subscribe. It would mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so to start off with, I have been loving this GLOTION from L'Oreal. I have it in shade 902 Light Glow, and what I really like about this compared to some of my other like glowy primers is that it's quite fair. It's got like a pink undertone to it, which I really like. I like the packaging. I think it's very easy to use, easy to grab, easy to travel with, and yeah, I like how it highlights my skin. I do sometimes have to make sure that I do have like other moisturiser underneath. It's not the most hydrating, but it's definitely like, it gives something. Yeah, and I like the tone of it. It's just, yeah, I do for summer want to get a darker one, like a more bronzy one. So I've got the option of both, but yeah, for every day I've literally, if it's in my drawer, I just kind of am grabbing this. So yeah, as you can see, it's not super glowy, but it's just added like some life back into my skin. And then what I also have been loving is this RIMMEL multitasker. So this is very similar to like Hollywood Flawless Filter, Elf Halo Glow, that kind of thing, but for me this has more coverage. You could, if you really wanted to, use this as a foundation, like a really sheer foundation, but it's got enough coverage that you could do that. And I just think the GLOTION and this together, stunning. And I really like the applicator too. And it's lasted me a really long time. Like, I've been using this like a lot and it hasn't gone down, which I like with makeup products. Sometimes I feel like we do get through things too easy. This, I just find it just gives my skin like that kind of like even base. I just really love how my skin looks with this. Some glow into my skin. I do have like dry skin, especially during the winter. My skin really, yeah, feels like needs moisture and hydration. But yeah, I just think those two together as like primers just preps my skin like so nice. And they're both drugstore, both affordable, which we love as well. We love saving some money and not spending loads and loads and loads. But yeah, obsessed. I don't know if you have been following me, I've spoken about this a lot. I spoke about it on TikTok. This foundation, this is the MERODA Changing Foundation SPF 15. I love this. Like, it is one of the best foundations I've ever used. It's become not only like my favourite of the moment, but I think my favourite of all time. It makes your skin look unreal. They do only have one shade, which is such a shame. Like, I really hope they're working on deeper shades because it's such a good formula. Everybody should be able to experience it because it's just so good. So yeah, that's the thing that lets it down, is that it has one shade, but I hope they are working on more. But it's stunning. Stunning. So I normally do 2 pumps on each side, and that's normally enough to do my whole face. I have the MERODA makeup brush too, the foundation brush, which I quite like using with the product. So it's white, and then you blend it in, and it goes to your foundation. Well, it goes to your skin colour, or goes to my skin colour. And it's super skin-like. It just makes your skin look like your skin, but like flawless. I think that's what I really like about it. It isn't too like foundation-y. I don't feel like I've got like a foundation on. Have for a while been more of a skin tint girly than a foundation girly anyway. It wears so lovely. Like, I can wear this for 10 hours and it just doesn't break down. It doesn't lose its like goodness, which I think is so important in a foundation. yes, obviously it's got to go on nice and it's got to apply nice, but if it doesn't wear nice, like that is such a big like fundamental thing. Yeah, it's just stunning, and it has a little bit of glow to it anyway. My face is probably that little bit more glowy because of the glowy primers I put on, but it does have kind of like a natural sheen to it, which I really like. Yeah, I just love how it makes my skin look. 10, 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So I do also want to shout out for the KYLIE Cosmetics Skin Tint Blurring Elixir. This, before I got the MERODA, was something that I was using all the time. It's such a lovely skin tint. It's quite full coverage, but it's so lightweight. I do want to get another colour in this because this is 2C and it's a little light. I had to bring this to shout out because this is also really, really good. Concealer. I don't see anybody talking about this and I absolutely love it. This is the Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. Yeah, I just don't see anybody talking about it. It's such a good concealer because it's hydrating, but it's got like a lot of coverage. Would I say it's like the most fullest coverage ever? No, but you don't really need that for like every day. Like, it's got enough coverage for you to be covered and feeling like good and snatched, but it just feels so lightweight, and again, it wears so well. So yeah, this is the component, and it comes with this little doe-foot, and it's just, this is in the shade 150, yeah, 150N, and it's just the creamiest consistency. I'm going to buff it out with my foundation brush. I just love the formula, and to be truthful, I don't have a lot under my eyes to cover, but can you see it still has brightened and lifted? Like, this is what I need from a concealer, and I definitely do think it is hydrating. Like, I think it makes my under eyes hydrated, which I think helps with obviously all the creasing. Like, you don't want a crusty, dusty under eye. This base is, honestly, if I could wear it forever and ever and never ever wear anything else, I'd be happy. Right, next for like cream products, the Curve Case by Made by Mitchell. This is the light one. I also have the lighter. Love the tones, love that it's in a palette and I can have everything in one. Love the consistency, like, it's just so handy. So yeah, this is what I have been just really grabbing like nearly every day. And I want to give a special shout out to this brush. This is from Fine Beauty, and I got this with their bronzer, their like Sculptin something, Sculptin bronzer or something. And it's the nicest kind of shape, and then on this side basically you've got a mini version, but it's like the perfect size, it's the perfect kind of denseness, it's just the perfect bronzer brush. I don't know if you can buy these separately, I'm sure you can, but I would just go and get this because I feel like it, yeah, I wouldn't use anything else now for my cream bronzer and blush. And I'm going to go in with Hello There, which is this second one, and I'm going to dip into a little bit of Creme Carve. So I'll go in between these two. I also do think the fact that my base below is so nice and like creamy, it just, the tones, the finish, just gives the most like effortless bronze. And I love that they're super inclusive. Like, he has like so many colours and tones that even if you're like pale, you've got something. If you're super deep complexion, you've got something. And I like how you can use a couple, like I used this one, but when I had my more neutral hair, the lighter version worked better for me. So I like having like the options. And then I'm going to go in a bit with these two blushes, and I like that you can mix, and I'm just going to put that on my high points. And I don't really like a lot of pigment, so if you want to go in heavier, you really can. I like quite a subtle bronze and blush. And again, it doesn't take off any product underneath. It is a little bit balmy, but I always do powder, so I never find it a problem. But if you just wanted that kind of like wet look glow, you could also powder first and then do this, and I think you would get that like wet look glow on your skin. Next for powder, this hasn't changed. This has been one of my favourites, I think, ever since I've started YouTube. It's the KOSAS Cloud Set. This is in Airy. It's just one of the nicest powders. It does have a little bit of luminosity in, but it's super, super minor. Yeah, love it. Will always have one. And when I'm thinking of pressed powders, I'm thinking of this. Like, it's just, there's no other option. So I'm just going to take it on my puff. It's definitely not one of my most mattest powders, but again, for every day, I don't want my skin to be like fully matte. I feel like this wears, no, I think all of these products actually, one of their reasons I love them so much is they wear so nicely. Like, throughout the day my makeup just looks better and better, and I think that's so important. You can also use this with a brush. I just quite find it easier using a puff because I can just kind of get everywhere quicker, but yeah. Next for powder bronzer, I've been really loving this e.l.f. This is the Primer-Infused bronzer in Forever Sunkissed. It's such like a smooth bronzer. It's like a really nice colour for us fair girlies, which I like. It's not too orange, but it's not like a contour either. But I just love the application. Maybe because it's primer infused, but it just gives like, again, a really like smooth, effortless kind of bronze. And again, it's super affordable. Actually, looking at a lot of this, a lot of it is really, really affordable. I also think the tone of this helps the fact that I like it so much. My skin just looks so good. This is what we want. I don't really use powder blush, so I'm not going to use that today. I just like a little flush with my cream products, but yeah, stunning. For setting milk, I've been loving this Glow Milk Mist from Weishery. I think this is the Amelia Olivia collab. Love this. Sets your skin, but gives you like that hydration without being like the Weishery one from Beauty Crop. I do like, but sometimes it's like too hydrating, if that makes sense. It doesn't change your base too much. Like, sometimes when you put setting sprays on, it like changes what you've done underneath, which sometimes is the point. Like, if you want to mattify, if you want to hydrate, like, I get it, but this just, yeah, keeps your skin just good. Brows, I've got my Morphe Brow Tease, and this is in almond. I absolutely love this. This is like taken over all my other brow products. I really love the wand. It's like an hourglass shape, and it actually really gets into your brows really well. And I love the tone. Love that it's got like little fibres in. It really does like volumize, and it's like so easy. If I want just like a fluffy brow, I would kind of just do this. And I really like the colour. It's a bit bolder of a like a gingery orangey copper, which I like. At the moment my hair is quite a bright ginger. Yeah, just like natural bushy. You could still fill them in without pulling them up too much, and I think they would really work, but yeah. And then I've got the Refi brow pencil in Auburn, and again, this is just such a good colour if you are ginger. I loved this pencil when I had brown hair. Not really going to do anything on my eye today, but I'm just going to speak about my VIEVE eye wands. I love these. I use them probably nearly every makeup look somehow. If it's like as liner, as an eyeshadow base, as like a waterline. Yeah, they're just stunning. So I'm just gonna go in with vanilla and just blank out my eyelids with this. And they last such a long time. I think I've had this literal, like, since VIEVE first came out, and I've still got so much product left. So I like to use vanilla just to blank out my eyelids. And then I'm going to go in with espresso. Just take like a little detailer brush, just deepen up my outer eye. I literally want just a little smudgy corner. And you do have some playtime with this, like they do dry down, but you definitely have time to like work with them, which is what I really like. And yeah, and the other shade I have is Coffee, which is a little bit more of like a brown. But yeah, and they have loads of other tones. I think they've got like a more sandy tone, they have like a black, they have a few colours, but yeah, these are my faves. So for mascara, I've got the KYLASH. Again, ever since I've got this, I've just been loving this. I did get the mini and I also got the Wisp Lash, but I have loved this and I'm definitely going to get a bigger version of this. It just makes it, it's quite a dry formula, which I love. It's kind of like a chunky mascara, like a volumizing mascara, but it does give you like length as well. It doesn't transfer. It's just such a good mascara. It's a little bit expensive. I'm sure you can find drugstore alternatives, but I just have been really loving this. And again, if you don't want to spend loads trying it, they do minis as well. I'd love them to do like colours in this, like, oh, you can see the difference. It's just so good. Like an auburn, do like a red, like a burgundy. It might already do a brown, but what I think I also love about this is you don't have to like do too much to get them to work, if that makes sense. Like some mascaras that I have, you have to like dry between coats and like really like work it to make it work. And the Wisp Lash one is also really good. I just really prefer this like original one. And then last for lips, I have pulled out a couple of lip liners and then a butter gloss. So Stone by MAC has just become a favourite of mine. I am just obsessed with the tone. Even if you're not normally into cool tone lip liners, I just think it's a super like chic colour. When you want that kind of like 90s vibe. And if you're a fair girly, I just think it just suits our complexion so well. So that's Stone by itself. I love it. And then to add a little bit of depth, I'm going to use Bark by VIEVE, which I love these lip liners as well. And I'm just going to just add a little bit of depth, just contour just around the top. I love layering lip liners. I think it's such a fun way to like create dimension. I'm going to go back in with Stone and just fill in my bottom lip a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with Cinnamon Roll, the butter gloss. That lip to me is like a cool tone dream. Might be a little bit too cool for some people. The Cinnamon Roll has like a little bit of warmth, so it doesn't look too grey. The MAC pencils are 10 out of 10. I've recently just purchased the Greige, which is a tiny bit warmer. I might do a comparison video on that. But yeah, all of my favourites on one face. Look how good my skin looks. It just looks so good. I could talk about this base forever. So I will link everything down below. Let me know if any of these are your favourites. I'd be very intrigued to like find out. And if you've got any favourites that you think I need to try, also let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, hopefully see you again super soon. Bye.